Yes, what's going on, people? How is everyone? Just coming on briefly, just to fill you in store with what we got happening this weekend. We've just finished, last night James Lee's episode came out on a midweek special. You know, we don't do that too often, but it was quite nice to do it. And it seemed like he enjoyed it when I spoke to him earlier. He thanked me. He said his friends and family from work were really proud of it. And if any of you haven't gone and watched it, for you people out there who feel like you're down on your luck, feel like you're owed something in life, you know, blame everyone and sit in the corner and dwell on things, then I think it ain't a bad thing, you know, but we all have them times. But if you watch this episode, I think it will help a lot for you to realise that, you know, your life is a lot better than some others, you know. I always blame myself, and I've sat there and been depressed and waited for things to come to me during my days of addiction, and even when I was clean, you know. I'm not gonna lie, like I'll be truthful, there's been times where I feel like I've been owed things in life when no one's owed fuck all in life. You work for everything you put into something is what you get out. And some people are dealt shitty hands in life, but it doesn't mean you can't make that hand better. And this man, James Lee, is the pinnacle of that. So if you guys are looking for something inspiring, looking for something hard hitting, you know, this ain't no joke. This is a fucking crazy story. I explained on the podcast that it is the stuff of nightmares. This is something that should be made into as a film. And go check that out on the Central Club. Also, this weekend now, I'm very excited. We've changed dates for Mr. Paul Greenough. I always get it mixed up. Mr. FightingTrolls in the house. His episode is out this Sunday, and I'm excited. You know, where I've had to where I put an episode in this week and then I'm filling in pause. Normally I get to review the episodes. I haven't this time, so I'm just going to watch it off the bat. I'm very excited. I've got a good feeling about it, because obviously when you film episodes anyway, you know in the episode how it flows, and when you're leaving, you know if it's a good episode or not. And I think it's good. The good thing, and the thing I'm excited about is that there's a lot of people who follow Paul and his story, but don't know his story. Do you get me? They might watch him on the lives and that, but no one watches his story. And if anyone watches this now who don't know who Paul is, then basically this man has basically spent his adult life inside prison. You know, he was a lost young man like myself, and we've both come through the other side at the same times, really. We're similar ages, and we've both come through the same time, so I've got a lot I can relate to him with, and it's nice to see him doing well, you know. And he's given a platform to, you know, a lot of people, you know, and you can't fault that. You just can't fault it. He's as real as they come, you know. He got his flaws, but haven't we all? And he's as real as they come. So if you want to know his story, because like I said to him, this is interesting as well to see, you know, where he is in his mission or journey of trying to become, you know, a figure in the YouTube world. It's good to see, because obviously the snake pit, his snake pit over in FightingTrolls' page, he gets a lot of drama, you know, but it just seems like a lot of them are on there just to see drama. So this will be good to see how many people actually like Paul, feel for Paul, and are interested in Paul, because at the end of the day, this is his story, and he fills us in everything. You know, he tells us everything from young age to his first time in prison, how his family life was like, some of the experience he's had in jail, some of the experience he's had coming out of jail, and the reason why he decided to make a YouTube platform in the first place. And then at the end, we go on to his plans for the future of 2022 and what he thinks of people in the YouTube world, because it is interesting. So that's, you know, it's going to be very exciting to watch back, and I hope it does well. I hope it does it justice. I'm sure it will. I'm very sure it will. So make sure you tune in this Sunday, 8 p.m. for that. What else has happened? Okay. Ah, right, that's what I wanted to say. Venice, Mr. Paul Venice. I seen a video the other day. Well, tell a lie. This is how it broke to me. I spoke to, I think it was the Fuse UK. He gave me a message. I was in Manchester at the time, doing a bit of business, and I had a message saying, "Have you heard of Paul, or have you seen what's up with Paul?" And then he said to look at the story. I looked at the story, and I was just like, "Oh no." But you know what? Like, I knew nothing like really bad. Like the way people were going on was like as if he was missing, and like, you know, something bad's happened to him. I can tell this Paul's got a head on his shoulders. He's a wise man, and you know, Paul, it happens to everyone, mate. What happened, and you keep your head up. I know we've had a chat, but I'm saying this now, like, because I want to let everyone know, and you yourself, that you done a video earlier today, or was it yesterday? I think it was probably yesterday, but I watched it today, and your relapse was a massive, valuable lesson for myself. It made me open my eyes, because I'll be honest, I started to get comfy. I'm starting to get comfy, you know. I'm 14 months clean of heroin and crack and methadone. It's the first time I've been this clean in 12 years. And I'm starting to get comfortable. But at the same time as well, none of you might know, but I'm actually on a week off from work right now. I've taken a week off work because I feel like I was getting burnout, and I was doing things for everyone else but not for myself. And I know it sounds crazy, like, but I think that like the world works in mysterious ways, and what happened to you was a sign for me to watch out, because I believe in everyone has sacrifices. There's that clever dumb balance on everything. It's like when my mate passed away 2 years ago now, I knew his passing away was for me to get clean and then do what I'm doing in my professional life and with the podcast. I know that for the shadow of a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt. So when I seen what happened, Paul, like the fact that you opened up on your YouTube and spoke about it, this is how powerful the words are. Like, you know, the power of speech and communicating and sharing your stories. This is what I believe in, and this is why I do this podcast. This is why I am an open book, because what you done there was make me feel like, wow, okay, not only you know, am I feeling the same, not only am I worried about the same thing happening, but you've actually given me the tools as well to realize that it can happen to anyone, and it can happen at any time. And because let's be honest, you've been on a high, like, you know, you just done the fair play fight with Decker and Danny. You know, your channel is being, you know, you lost your one channel, you've gone back up, and you know, you're on this high again. So, you know, if anything, like, you know, looking at your videos now, you look like you're on a high. And this is what happened with one of my friends. I class him as a friend, but he's one of the boys from my ends. Happened last year. He took his own life, yeah, and all that everyone talks about is, I can't believe it happened to him. I would never have thought it would have happened to him. This is what people need to know. It doesn't matter what they look like on the outside, it's what goes on in the inside. And those people who you think are all good, you know, they deal with life fine, they're the ones who need, you know, communicating. They're the ones you need to check up on. You know, just because you haven't, you know, when you hear like, I haven't spoke to my man in 6 months, you know, you think he's alright. Check in them phone calls with them people. Always post in, because you don't know what the fuck's going on in their heads. If you're not concentrating on them and everyone else ain't concentrating on them and they're going about their life, they're not dealing with any problems. And there could be problems in your face which you don't even know about, you know? So I just want to say ratings for coming out, and you know, it's not the end of the world. I heard you say on your video, you know, you're back 2 days clean. You've recognised where you went wrong, and that I take my hat off to you, mate, for coming out and being so honest about it. Ratings, fucking hell, my mind's gone blank. Listen, I just appreciate it, honestly, and it's nice to see that there's people on YouTube in this day and age who are quite open and honest about their addictions and their mental health. This is like what we need more of, and I hope, obviously, you know, We never know what goes on in this world, but I hope the plans we got on Mr. Venice next month will come to fruition, and we can have a proper chat on that, mate. But like I said, I take my hat off to you, mate, and stay positive, stay strong, and if you ever need anyone to chat to, I'm here. What else have we got? Yeah, I think that's about it. I think I'm just gonna leave it that. You know, we got James Lee. It's out now. Go give that. We got James Lee out now. We've got Fighting Trolls on the weekend. Mr. Venice, I salute you. And also, if any of you want to hear any more voices through adversity, any more, like, you know, going through the dumps and coming out the other side, my story podcast is now out. It's a two-parter of on Ace Podcast Nation, which is Simon and Rodri Giggs's podcast. And I've done podcasts before. I've done Decker Heggy All or Nothing. I've done Experience Real Joe. Shout out to both of them. But this, I've never gone in so much on something. And, you know, if any of you want to hear any of my troubles in life, you know, go and give that a check out as well. Show the support to Ace Podcast. And yeah, I think I'll probably post another video probably towards the end of the week, if not next week. But I just want to say thank you for everyone for listening. Stay safe, stay positive, and stay central.